Homosexuals. Homosexuals since the 1940s have experienced subjugation in the United States through the restriction of their rights or freedoms through political acts and laws, media misrepresentation, and social ostracization. Homosexuals have reacted to these forms of subjugation through both violent and nonviolent uprisings and through gay support organizations. To give you a time frame, all of this was happening in the time of the Cold War. Roosevelt at the time was president, and this was at the end of World War II. But why were they subjugated? Well, primarily, they were subjugated because of religion. According to Bull and Gallagher, many churches such as the Roman Catholic Church and evangelical Protestant sects condemned the homosexuals as unnatural. Another reason is psychology. The American Psychiatric Association included homosexuality under sociopathic personality disturbance in its first official list of mental disorders, along with others like alcoholism. Gays were warned against as they were portrayed as sociopaths and child molesters. Additionally, there were health aspects. Diseases such as what we know today as AIDS were believed to be transmitted only within the homosexual population. It was first called GRID, or gay-related immune deficiency, or gay cancer, as shown in this New York Times article, and in 1982 it was then only known as AIDS. How? Well, politically, gays were subjugated against. In 1950, a Senate report titled Employment of Homosexuals and Other Sex Perverts in Government was distributed to the members of Congress. The report states since homosexuals are mental illness, homosexuals constitute security risks to the nation because those who engage in overall acts of perversion lack the emotional stability of normal people. Soon after that, President Dwight D. Eisenhower offered the dismissal of all federal employees guilty of sexual perversion. Furthermore, in 1943, what is now known as the Lavender Scare, 4,380 gay men and women were discharged from the military, and around 500 were fired from their jobs within the government due to suspicions of their sexual orientation. Gays were also misrepresented in the media. For example, in A Parent's Guide to Prevent Homosexuality, written by Joseph and Linda Nicolosi, offers compassion and hope for all those parents who seek to lay a foundation for healthy heterosexual identity in their children. Furthermore, a film, Boys Beware, produced by the Inglewood Police Department, was an anti-homosexual film targeted at teenage boys, urging them to avoid encounters with potential molesters. Many homosexuals in the past and even today are tormented to change their sexual orientation in what is called gay conversion therapy. Summer programs such as Journey into Manhood provide what is supposed to be conversion therapy to a camper full of gay boys. Many parents, such as Nicole Mullen, argue that these type of therapies that include violence are effective. Therapies may be more severe, such as shock therapy against homosexual feelings. A Mormon who felt such feelings said that as teens we were taught that homosexuality was second only to murder in the eyes of God, and therefore participated in electric aversion therapy in 1976 at Utah's Brigham Young University. So what did they do about it? In 1969 in June, the Stonewall riots in New York City's Greenwich Village marked the beginning of a major resistance by gay men and lesbians. Police raided the Stonewall Inn, a gay pub, and barricaded themselves inside the inn to protect themselves from the patrons who were throwing bricks and bottles at the police. More peacefully, in 1970, about 200 Chicagoans took to the streets of their city with signs carrying simple messages such as, "I am gay," "Gay is as good as straight," and "I exist." In 1955 in San Francisco, the Daughters of Bilitis became the first lesbian rights organization in the United States. The organization hosts social functions providing alternatives to lesbian bars and clubs which are frequently raided by police. And finally, 2015 marked the most upholding event of homosexuals in America, when Obama legalized same-sex marriage. This couple, who had been together for 55 years, was the first to be married.